Week 20, the final week of 2018, and my 5-month mark on Christmas. What do you know? But, yeah, this book is filled completely. It's quite crazy, actually. I started on July 2008, July 25th, 2018. Look at that. To today. It's interesting, actually. Let's see, this book covered 5 months of my mission. My name, from some of you who may remember, the Morsons gave me my first few days here in Holly Springs. Then here, this whole book is MTC Holly Springs. Yeah. But let's actually get into the week. So after emails and such last Monday, we went up to Collierville and did caroling with the sisters and a returned missionary, actually, who showed up that Wednesday before, who came back home that Wednesday before. And then we were talking and he's like, whoa, it's P-Day. That's weird. So I noticed it sometimes can get pretty weird when you're home and then you're like, wait, usually I'd be preparing for the new week. But it's just wow. So I think that was pretty much an eye-opener to him. But yeah, we went caroling. We only did 2 houses because the first house, of course, it was just cookies and all that, and then we left. And then the second house actually invited us in, and we talked for a while. And it actually went out really well for the sisters because they wanted to try to get into this house, and it was quite successful for them. And then we had dinner at a member's house in Collierville, not far from the church building, and it was like this big open house party thing. And me and Ella Jackson ended up actually having to be wise men for the nativity scene that they were doing. It was pretty funny. The dog was trying to be a sheep. It was funny, but yeah, that was basically all that day. Tuesday, Christmas Eve. No, wait. Monday was Christmas. Tuesday, Christmas. Tuesday was pretty interesting, actually. Some missionaries usually are fine with a lot of things, and some aren't. Me, I was both. But we got ready because we called home a little earlier in the day. So we went to the Roswells, and Ella Jackson has called first home, and then at the same during that time I was talking with Brother Roswell about stuff because we went to the Roswells. I think I already said that, but yeah, we did that, and then we switched. Call home was sweet. I loved it a lot. Missed the family a lot. My grandparents actually came in near the end of it, so that was actually a neat experience to see them. But as I predicted, it was going to be a little rough ending the call. Of course, we were asked to keep it 45 minutes, or at least under 45 minutes, or 45 minutes flat. You can't go over, not even by 1 second. That's basically like show obedience type thing. And I did it. I was under the limit, but it was still a little hard. I'm gonna be honest. I bawled after I hit end. So what? I cried. And that's good. I miss them. but I'm glad I'm out here doing this. And I know on their end it was kind of hard as well, but it's just what happened. It took me a second to actually be able to gain my composure and to actually get out, but of course Brother Roswell noticed, but he just let me know that he's here. I said thank you and all. And I was able to regain everything. Then we went out fighting for a little bit and met a couple people. Then we came back to the Roswells and had dinner, which was pretty good actually. I liked it. And then we came back and actually did this meditation thing that our mission president asked us to do. So I actually thought it was interesting. I didn't know what I was doing, so it wasn't really effective, but I'm planning on wanting to try it some more, actually see how it goes. But then that Wednesday, the next day, we did all that stuff. It was more of a contacting / lesson dinner day, because we had dinner at the Holes, and then right after we had a lesson with the Beckerdites. So we just did some contacts, get everything such and what ready. We're also starting to get ready for trying to get ready for Mike's stuff for his baptism Friday. And then we went up to the Holes, had dinner there, and actually he picked us up just like to save miles and such. He picked us up, took us up there, and actually Brother Wilson and Elton was there, and so that was a pretty neat experience talking with all of them. And then he took us. Then after dinner, President Holt came with us to the Beckerdites and had a good lesson. They ask a lot of good questions. I'm always amazed at that house. They ask a lot of really good questions. Then that was basically all of that. It's a pretty short day, but some stuff you actually get a lot done. Then Thursday was actually a lot slower. A lot of basically everything dropped on us. And it was raining a lot actually Thursday. So we actually just did a lot of contacting and long-term finding. Helped, we kind of did like a weird planning session where we're just like trying to compose of like plans and like ideas that we can get people into our teaching pool and whatever, and start working with them type thing. So we composed a lot of that, and we did a lot of contacting as well. Basically got planned and worked more on plans for Mike's baptism the next day, and be able to make plans for Friday. It was most of the morning just planning and everything, and then we're up in Collierville for the rest of the day, which then leads to Friday, because that was basically all Thursday. Did I make food? But we ate food, yeah. I don't know if I made anything, I can't remember. Then we had Mike's baptism Friday. It was really a neat experience, because since I've been here in Holly Springs, we've been working with Mike. When I came in, we were working on lesson 4 of the commandments and such. And it was really cool just to see him finally enter the waters of baptism. Before we actually had district council, because Tuesday was Christmas, so we just moved to district council to Friday. So we went up there, did all that, had district council, and then we left, grabbed some Taco Bell, and then came back and got ready for Mike's baptism. it it was really successful. We were able to have a lot of people there and be able to see that happen, and it was just really good. It was a really good day. That's just our. It's just a good feeling to be able to do that. Be able to see people be baptized. It's like you help them enter the waters of baptism. You help them. You help change their lives. Good job. And it's like that. It's a really good feeling. Yeah, it's great. And then Saturday, we went out and helped Gary and Brandon with the church. We helped put up tin on the roof. It's pretty interesting. I got a nice panorama picture in week 23. It's week 23, yeah. I can never remember these numbers, but yeah, week 23's email as a photo of a panoramic picture I took of the hole on top of the roof. So looking around on the roof, it's actually really cool. I'm surprised. I'm happy it turned out pretty well. Then after we had a lesson with Elton about missionary work, and we gave him a Bible, Book of Mormon, some of our cards, invited him to go share the gospel with people. So we hope that goes well for him. But and then after we went to a less active house and met and had a lot of good conversations. It was like really good, actually. It was really good contact with the family. I talked to the oldest son just about like all this stuff, while Ella Jackson was talking to the mother and the youngest son, and it was really good. We're planning on coming back next Saturday and start working with them. And then after we tried a couple other people in another neighborhood, no much luck in there, sadly, but and then we had Subway for dinner, and then we came home and we just worked on a branch report and just sent that out. Sunday, I confirmed Mike at church. I could work better on following the Spirit a little bit more, because I was pretty nervous about it. This is that was like my second time doing it, but I just need to work on relying more on the Spirit type thing. But it's a work in progress. And interesting enough, it was the last 3-hour block in the forever. It was really interesting to know the thing about that. Then after church, we just got prepared for the rest of the day. Then we went to our branch clerks and did paperwork, got that situated. Well, most of it. Some of it had problems, and then we drove up to Lamar and had a lesson with the Millers, and we had tacos. Maki and Mickey were actually there too, and it was really good. And after those two left, we had a lesson with Haley and Kelly, and we're actually gonna start working with the daughter, and so that was exciting. It's interesting to see the part member families actually start to unfold, because that's all about this gospel's about. Families being together forever. one step at a time, and you're sealed forever. It's really cool to see those blessings come about, and I really like that a lot. Then we went over to the Rogers after and had a lesson with them, or like a spiritual thought. Hopefully one day we'll work with the husband, but you know, it'll come about one day, that's for sure. But yeah, the rest of Monday will be put out in week 21's video, but this book is done. It's weird. See that change. I was actually able to get another journal. Wasn't able to get one from home, but I bought one at Walmart. It's this cool little looking thing. I'm excited to work on this. It's a nice leather looking thing. 196 pages. Yeah. But in closing, this 2018, a lot happened. A lot of things changed. And now I'm out here. And soon enough, 2019 will be my full year of being a missionary. How weird is that? But you know, it's exciting. I'm excited to see what unfolds. I'm excited to see what happens to all y'all. And to whoever who's maybe in the future, whoever comes across this years past, 2040, 2060. Hope you know that I love you. I do. And I'm proud of you, each of you, for being here, for being my friend, for appreciating me, just loving me when I have a hard time loving myself. May 2019 bless us all. See you later.